Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. For the Miami Heat, they are coming off a good outing against Chicago.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jimmy Butler is out there with Labissiere. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Hero in at the 2. Now here's Lopez. Here's Green. And the layup is good. And it should be a good one tonight, Steve. 2 teams in the playoff conversation.
This is where, Kevin, we see the talent is there on both sides. Also now, this is where coaching can make the difference, putting players in position to come out on top.
And Poole gets it to go.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
And Nunn has got the ball here for Miami. Tipped away. Here's Butler. Pass to Hero. Back to Butler. Makes it off the glass.
Continues to develop as a playmaker. It's nice to see Tyler Hero create for others.
It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Now here's Butler. To the paint. And Labissiere throws it down.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Here's Green. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Last game for Montreal, they picked up the W against the Thunder.
And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder. Bam Adebayo has not forgotten he was cut from the U.S. national team in 2019.
And Greg, in fact, he told those close to him they will pay. A little extra motivation, fuel for the fire.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
A different look for Miami. Achua comes in for Labissiere. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. Miami shooting their first free throw tonight.
What you have with Jimmy Butler is a guy who can guard 1 through 4, and sometimes even the 5.
And first time out of the game called for Montreal.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the right side. Loads it up for Adebayo. Stolen by Jackson. Now Montreal moving it up. And Rajon Rondo the basket on the assist by Brooks.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Nunn with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Nunn wide open. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Montreal trails by 4. Jackson from long range. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Now here's Nunn. He's guarded closely.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Back to Rondo. Now the pass to Lopez. Some nice passing by Montreal here. Brooks misses.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lopez left side. Over Adebayo. Montreal again missing. The Heat leading by 8. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Robinson passes to Adebayo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Adebayo's got his second bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Jackson, that's good.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Butler against Rondo. Pass to Robinson. There's the triple. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so it's Miami in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for Montreal, we've got Ilyasova. Jackson is out there with Dennis Smith. Then it's Brooks, and it's Brissett in at the power forward.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Hero. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
So for Montreal, Green comes in for Dylan Brooks, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Jackson. Labissiere's checked in for Miami. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Hero. 7 points in the game. It's Robinson, top of the key. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From past the arc, Brissett grabs the miss. Montreal trails by 5. Dinwiddie finds Smith. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Smith. Dinwiddie's got his first 2 points of the night. Outside, Robinson passes it to Hero. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Here's Hero. The three-pointer off the mark. And so Green will bring it up for Montreal. They trail by 3. Count that one.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Montreal. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up.
And I think for Montreal, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Right. They knew teams would be gunning for them night in and night out. That's only fueled their commitment to putting a great product on the floor. And that's his third foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Achua, he's checked in for the Heat. From the inbound, And Adebayo with the lay-in. 8 points for Bam Adebayo.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Shots good from Butler.
If you're defending Jimmy Butler, you got to hit him harder than that.
Dinwiddie kicks to Lopez. Here's Poole. Montreal again missing. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Back to Nunn. Ilyasova against Adebayo. The shot by Butler, nobody around. His three-pointers off the mark. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Poole.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Nunn looking around. Achua controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Here's Nunn. Bucket is good.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And also a lot of skill. This is exactly the type of thing you practice for.
And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have a 6-point lead. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
On the court for the Heat, we've got Kendrick Nunn, Labissiere out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hero in at the 2 spot. And Poole gets it to go. The Heat leading by 4. Outside Butler. Now Nunn. Pass to Hero. From the arc. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Kicks to Green. From deep three-point range, Miami grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Yep, that one goes in there. Adebayo's got 10 points.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Hits it from three-point range. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Here's what Montreal's going with right now. Brissett's checked in, and Brooks subbed in for Danny Green. Williams, he's checked in for Miami. Duncan Robinson comes in for Butler. Nunn against Smith. Now, here's Nunn. Defense is right there. Off with the layup. Dinwiddie right side. It's hauled in by Hero.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And he comes up with the deuce. Robinson's got his second basket of the night. Montreal trails by 7. Smith for 3. Connects from three-point range.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Down low. And Williams with the stuff.
Yeah, still possessing the athleticism. Williams is sensational at finding ways to throw it down.
Here's Robinson. The shot that time not on target. And it's Montreal the other way. Here's Smith. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter. And the Heat call time here. Achua, he's checked in for Miami. Bielitsa comes in for Tyler Hero. And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Miami. 4-point game. Brooks on the double team. There's the 3. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And Smith launches it from deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. It's Bielitsa. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Jackson, he's checked in for Montreal. Rondo comes in for Smith. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Here's Nunn. And that one is good. Nunn's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lopez dishes to Brooks. No good with the triple. The Heat leading by 9. Robinson left side. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 7.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep, Brooks sinks the three-pointer.
What we know about Dylan Brooks, he's a gamer. 3 on the other end, right back at you.
Here's Nunn. Can't hit that one. Here's Brissett. Just 3 on the clock. Again, Montreal scores.
Rondo is certainly capable of drilling the jumper. Got to at least get a hand in his face.
And so it's Miami heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Ilyasova out there with Brooks. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. Nunn can't get it to fall.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And the shot goes in.
I love Brooks' offensive versatility. Can score from all 3 levels.
The pass to Butler. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
There's Green with the 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight. Montreal trails by 9. Rondo finds Jackson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And the Heat call time here. Both teams deciding to change it up. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Here's Hero. Good on the bucket. And now a 10-point Heat lead.
A focused individual. Hero's not going to let a little contact affect his shot.
Cool, no good. Miami with the ball. Hero passes to Labissiere. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Labissiere's got the lead up to 12 now for Miami. From deep, Ilyasova gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ilyasova's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Montreal. And so it's none with it. He brings it up for the Heat. Adebayo down low. Lopez covering.
The emergence of Adebayo as a scorer, this franchise has to be ecstatic.
And that one's good. Green.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
Pass to Butler. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. And so Butler nails both of them. Montreal calls timeout. They're behind by 10. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kendrick Nunn.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Heat.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. That's good from Hero.
Talk about being reliable at the line. At Kentucky, Tyler Hero, he hit 93% of his free throws his freshman year.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. And another three for Montreal.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Stolen by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Butler with the ball. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be